What's going on? We're back again. We're checking out the NBA discussions. We're talking tonight the 10-game slate that's going on. We're talking FanDuel and DraftKings. We're just going to go over the slate, talk about the over-unders, talk about the spread, see where I'm going tonight, see what's going on, what I'm planning on doing, kind of give you a little rundown of my favorite plays tonight. And maybe one or two locks, So like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, turn the post notifications on. Let's get into it. All right. What's going on, y'all? We're breaking down the NBA here tonight. 10-game slate. And we're going to go over it real quick on the Sharp app. What we want to do when we're betting on these games, we're going to be going over FanDuel and DraftKings. You want to take advantage of those differences in price on one or the other slate. Say if someone is at $6K on FanDuel, but they're at 4.5, $5K on DraftKings, and they got good value. I'm probably gonna play them on DraftKings rather than FanDuel, but I try to take advantages of those differences to get a little different. Main thing right now we're gonna go over is the slate. So first game's on the evening, Detroit and Charlotte. You got your 229 point total. You got a 3.5 spread in favor of Charlotte. So that game right there probably won't have a whole lot of targeting too. I do like a couple of these Charlotte players. If we look over on RotoWire here, and we can see Livers is out on Detroit. Over on the Charlotte side, look like you got Martin out, Smith, Williams, Hayward still out. Ball game time decision. What you want to do is keep a look on that ball information. Let's see what it says about him. He's estimated to return ankle injury, questionable tonight. So that's going to be some news if he's out. I don't mind getting to Rozier here tonight. You got a 229 point total right there. Washington a decent play. Plumlee's been playing well. Gonna get on the back side of the other game. Probably Donovan right there. Killing Hayes maybe. Going over to the next game, looking like Golden State and Indiana Pacers right there. 2.5 spread in favor of Indiana. 234 point total. One of the higher point totals on the evening right there. So I will like some exposure to this game. Going on over Curry, a game time decision. Look like a knee injury and right knee soreness. Curry, he could play, could not. If he doesn't play, you like Jordan Poole a lot. Still like Jordan Poole even if Curry does play. But if Curry's out, definitely going to get some Jordan Poole in here. Anthony Lamb hadn't been doing much. Draymond Green, also a game time decision. Got an ankle injury. Specs to play today. So could go with Draymond Green, but I'm going to stay off of him with the injury news right there, even if he does play. On the opposite side, looks like Halliburton. Of course, you want to play one of their top scorers right there in Halliburton if you got the salary with the high point total right there. Also, if Curry's out, I'd lean more toward Halliburton also. And we're going over to the next game, Atlanta and the Magic. Just 2.5 point total. 2.5 spread in Atlanta favor. 225.5 point total. So take a look at that game. Trae Young, game time decision. Looks like he's got a back injury and is questionable tonight. So they're already down Murray tonight, Collins, and then if Young's out, Atlanta would be a team I'd like to get to. You got Bogan right there also. I think he would fall into the starting lineup, and he'd be a great value play at his price point on either FanDuel or DraftKings. So we're going over to the Orlando side. You got Carter, Harris, Isaac, O'Kenny, and Suggs all out right here. Jero has been getting his scoring back on up there. Wagner, not a bad play. To me, though, 224 point total. About the only thing I'm going to have on this game is if Brogdon's in there. And, of course, you could have some Forrester. There should be some value opening up right here if Young is out. So keep a lookout on that. Going down to the next game, New York and the Bulls. A 4.5 spread in Bulls' favor. Got a 225 point total. And we're going over and look at it on the Roto Wire. And we got that. Sorry about that. We'll get it all back up there. And on the Roto Wire, you got Bronson, a game time decision. Foot injury. Questionable tonight. Bronson out. You're going to open up value. Grimes, I'd probably want to get to 225 point total. Spread favored over to Chicago. That spread probably going to rise if Bronson is out. On the opposite side, got Alex Caruso. He is back injury, but he is probable for tonight. Value on this game. If Bronson is out, I like Robertson, Randall, of course, and Grimes. Also could get some Barrett in there. I don't mind this game getting a little bit to this. Bronson out, though. You might want to stay a little away from this game in case it was a blowout. Because Chicago pretty healthy right now. You got Ball and Sumu out. Toppin and Arcario. I don't know how you say that, but he's a game time decision. But Toppin is already out. And we'll go on that over on to the next game. You got the Kings and the Raptors. 4.5 favored in the Raptors. And a 232. One of the other high point total games I'll be interested in tonight. And we'll look at the injuries. News. You got Hunter, ankle injury. Questionable tonight. Left ankle soreness. Usually they'll play through sorenesses. Fox is back. He looks appeared to go. Alex Lynn is out. You got on the other side, Toronto getting fairly healthy here. You still got Anunoby out and Porter out. Pachula and her Gomez is a game time decision. I really like Siakam in this spot. Sabonis has not been great against the centers. I really like to attack Sabonis. I really like to use the opposite team going against Sabonis. Power forward and centers. Probably will stay off of Kukalo. I could throw some Barnes in there. Van Vliet maybe. On the other side, of course, Fox. You could use him. Hunter out. I would probably lean a little more toward Murray. See who they would put in there. You're looking like a -5 in Toronto favor on the spread. So I say it going up just a little if Hunter's out, probably to a 6. So I lean toward Toronto on this game anyway. But we're going into the next game. Looks like we got Miami and OKC. -2.5 spread, 222.5 point total. This is probably going to be a game we're going to attack. I know the point total's a little lower here, but we're looking at all these injuries on Miami's side, and in DFS, that's where you got to grab your value from. You got Butler out. You got Vincent, or 7. Then you got a bunch of questionables. Oladipo, Hero, Robinson, Strus. This is going to be a game to pay attention to right before lock. You're going to have to maybe have that late swipe on here and try to pick up one of these if Hero, Strus is out. I really like Bam either way. And I like Lowry. Even if Hero and Strus are in, I would play Bam or Lowry in this game, even with the low point total. It's a pretty close spread. I don't see that adjusting much. Might get to a -0.5, 3.5 right there to Miami. Or it might even out if Hero's out right there. I believe it'll even out a little closer. Of course, on the other side, you can always play SGA. You can, Williams is a good play, I believe. If he starts, you got Earl and the other Williams out. But Jalen Williams right here. Good start right there if he's in there on the starting lineup. He's been playing extremely well right now. He would probably be one of my lower owned options I'd like to get to tonight. And then we'll go on over and we're looking at Portland and San Antonio. We got a -7.5 spread in Portland favor. 230 point total, high point total, possible blowout right here. And we'll see what's going on as far as injury news. You got Josh Hart right there. Game time decision with the ankle injury. And it looks like a left ankle sprain. Now, already out is Little. Peyton. Peyton hadn't been playing anyway. Little hadn't really played a lot. You got Josh Hart right there. That's the one I want to pay attention to, see what happens there. You got Eubanks, also questionable. He's coming off the bench right there. So Hart's going to be what you want to look at on this game. High point total, but I'm afraid of that blowout here. Even if Hart out, I still don't see that line dropping much anyway. San Antonio looked like they pretty much gave up for this season. You got Collins out, Langford, Patel, Wesley out. All these out. Baisley, if I'm getting to somebody on San Antonio, it's probably going to be Baisley right here. But I don't even like the matchup going against Norwich, so could get Johnson, Trey Jones. I mean, you can pick up some value in this game, but the value I'm going to be looking at is Baisley. And I'm probably not going to have a lot of that anyway, just because of the matchup. I don't believe he does a lot against Norwich there. But we're going into the next right here. We got Washington and Denver. -11.5 for Denver's side. They'll favor right there. Potential blowout. 223.5 point total. If you're betting in the casinos tonight, that'd be a good take. Get Denver over. But or Denver. You don't play the Denver money line tonight on this one. But going as far as injury, Bill still out. Uramel out. Porzingis right out. Kazuma looks interesting here. He'd probably be pretty high owned. Gafford, maybe a little bit of that. On the opposite side, you get any of these guys. Who I would lean to in the possible blowout over here on Denver's side. Actually, it's on Washington's side. Looking at a potential blowout, I would probably look toward Ajaje right there, or you might could do some Pope or Brown on the opposite side. I'm probably gonna stay off of Jokic right here. I mean, that could mess me up, just being a late game. That's what happened to me last night with that late Lakers game, but it's all right. It happens. So yeah, probably Pope or a Brown would be where, if I'm getting somebody on Denver's side. If I'm getting somebody on the other side, probably Ajaje or somebody probably coming off the bench here with all these outs right here. Kazuma, you could play, or Gafford. And we can go on over to the next game, Cleveland and Dallas. -2 spread. Dallas favored right there, 216.5. The lowest totaled game on the evening. But you can't like step away and not look at Luka Doncic right here in a close game, even with the low point total. He's going to be your main offensive play. He's going to be the one shooting up probably 70% of the shots tonight. Dinwiddie don't look terrible, but the only one I'd really want here in Dallas is Luka right here. Going to the other side, you got Rubier, you got Wade and Wendler out, Josh Green and Kibler on the other side. With Mitchell back, I don't really like Garland anymore right now. Mobley, Allen, probably who all I'm going to get in this game, if I go to that, because of his price being so high, would be Luka. Otherwise, I'm pretty off of this game. Then you're going down to Minnesota and the Clippers, -6.5 toward the Clippers. 223 point total, late game. I always like to try to venture into these late games, at least have one or two players in. My leaning toward right now tonight for the slate would probably be Well, you got Russell a game time decision here. Knee, questionable left knee contusion. Wouldn't be surprised if they sit out Russell tonight. With the Clippers already being 6.5 favored. But, of course, Towns still out. Good dude, Gorbert. Kyle Anderson been playing fairly well. Most games. His minutes come back down the last couple. But he's been playing pretty good. So you could get to him. I wouldn't mind that at all. Probably lean toward Edwards or McDaniels here on the Minnesota side. On the opposite side, George has been putting up some monster numbers. Zubac, Leonard's price still down, kind of where it shouldn't be with the minutes he's getting now. He's gotten a lot more minutes, so Wall and Powell already ruled out. That's pretty much how we're looking at the slate tonight. On a 10 game, if you're playing a 10 game, which tonight I'm only going to have like a single entry dollar line up on the 10 game. I ain't playing the big game. I try to stay away from these big slates, or I do low single entry lineups like the dollar. And but who I'm liking right now is Bam and Lowry on Miami, with all those outs right there. In the earlier games, you could do Quentin Grimes right there, Robinson. If Bronson's out there, I'm leaning toward Grimes and Robinson on that game with their prices. Going on up, if Ball's out, Rozier don't look like a bad play. Of course, McDaniels also, or Washington, either of them three wouldn't be bad plays. Indiana and Golden State, I'm going to have some exposure to this. I'm just trying to see what's going on. Probably Halliburton or Poole, or maybe even both, to get a good start. Of course, Brogdon on the Atlanta side. Probably won't have much Orlando right there. On the Atlanta side, probably Brogdon. Maybe one other one, Forrest or something if Young's out. And I'm going to get some exposure to these middle games. I would lean toward the 232 point total, and I would probably wait to see about this news right here. I like to attack Sabonis, so probably leaning towards Siakam, maybe Barnes or Van Vliet. If I needed a low on center, I would probably go with the center right there on Toronto's side. You can get on down some more middle games here. That Hart news is going to be really interesting to see what happens there. That should bump up Grant's probably usage a little bit. And I like to see who they throw in there. Other side, Bassey. Don't mind that. So Bam and Lowry probably going to be my two main plays tonight. May lock them in. I'm pretty keen on locking Bam on in most of all my lineups. You could have a run back there. Williams wouldn't be a bad run back, a little lower on. That point total's kind of bothering me, but it's a close game, so not as much. And then rounding out the evening, you probably want the exposure to this game, waiting on that Russell news there. Leaning toward Kawhi, Zubac, maybe Anderson or Rudy. And you could get some Washington, Gafford in there, Kuzma, Dallas, Cleveland, like I said, probably Luka only for me. That's pretty much rounding it up. So y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, turn the post notifications on. Let's get into it again. What's going on, y'all? Thanks for watching the video. Check out the other video right here. And like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, share this content on all social media platforms. Let's get this thing rolling to 3,000 subscribers. We're trying to hit 3,000 by the end of the year. It's approaching real fast. Can we do it? Let's find out. Got big things in store next year. I know we slacked away a little bit here in the last month. Had some things going on, but we're back and we're getting into it again. Let's go.